What's going on, everybody? The original Mako back with some more Cult of the Lamb content, and I'm very excited because this is the game I'm most excited for this year. My number one anticipated game, and we have a little bit of extended gameplay and just some more insight into the game by the person who does the music for the game and one of the developer people for the game. They'll explain it a little better than I can, but before we get into the video, be sure to check down below. Look at the links in the description. The first link will take you directly to the member page where you can become a member today. It would really help the channel out, really help me out, and you get exclusive content weekly that nobody else gets to see except for you. So check it out. I would really appreciate it, and check out the Twitch link as well. We have a ton of fun over there, and it's super interactive, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. So check out the Twitch link. I'm probably streaming right now. Come check it out. That being said, let's get ready to get into the video. We have a fun little YouTube video to watch. Just like I said, just talking about the game and kind of what it is and where it's going. So a little bit of extended gameplay. We get to see the art. They just announced some different animals that they're adding into the game, including an axolotl and an otter. Who doesn't want that? Anyways, let's just watch it, and then we'll go back through after it's all the way finished and kind of discuss some things. Or maybe I'll do it during the video. We'll see. But
So I'm Julian Wilton. I'm the creative director at Massive Monster.
That's it.
My job is usually just like drawing weird faces on everything.
And hey, I'm Narayan. I'm a composer and music producer, and I'm writing the music and producing it for Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb, it's kind of a bit of a hybrid game. On kind of one hand, we have like this base building elements, kind of like Stardew Valley or something.
I'm going to just do it during the trailer to make my life easier so I don't have to try to go back and remember where everything was. So when I originally watched the first trailer for this, I was like, oh, kind of some base building stuff. That's pretty cool. It seems like obviously it's not going to be as intricate as Stardew Valley, but it also seems to me like it's going to be a lot more in-depth and intricate than I originally thought. I thought it was going to be a pretty bare bones base building type thing where you build a few buildings to upgrade some stuff and that's about it. But it actually seems a lot more intricate and involved and in depth than that, which is super exciting as somebody who obviously loves Stardew Valley. You know, I really like that part of the game, and I can't wait to try it out and see how in depth it is. Once again, I'm not expecting it to be like as in depth as Stardew Valley, but having it be more tuned and more in-depth than I thought it was going to be is super exciting. So I'm really happy about that, and, you know, chopping down trees and building stuff, I'm very excited for that part. But let's continue.
Something. And then on the other hand, we have like this kind of like dungeon crawler, like Hades, and we just kind of like mush them together a little bit.
It's a game where you're a lamb that suddenly becomes a...
And once again, just throughout this trailer, please just look at the art of this game. This art style is beautiful, but I digress.
Cult leader, and you're essentially running this cult of really cute animals, and you're kind of deciding whether you want to be a good cult leader or if you want to go
I'll
down
explain
kind of
in
a
a
darker
second.
path.
You kind of go out into this like dark, mysterious world where you'll kind of fight off enemies and you'll kind of rescue followers. You have to look after them. They're quite needy, you know, they get hungry.
So this is interesting. There's a whole like management type of system going on here as well. So you have the followers of your cult, obviously, and as they said, you can be like a good cult leader, or you can be this bad cult leader. But all of the followers have different things you have to keep track of. This circle, I'm assuming, is hunger. Not quite sure what that one is. This one is faith. I believe they're going to talk about faith in a second. But you have to kind of manage your followers and, you know, make sure they're all fed and faithful and all that type of stuff. And that's just another really... just adding another layer to this game, and the more I see the game, the more layers it has, the better it gets, in my opinion. The base building being more intricate, the whole, like, almost like city sim type of game, by being able to like having to manage all this hunger and whatnot of your followers. Super excited, and just another great part of the game that I wanted to mention. So, anyways, I'll let them talk about it more.
You gotta keep them happy. You gotta keep that faith high. Always wanted to like, yeah, take the music that I like and I like listening to, but like apply that to a game. So it's really cool to hear, yeah, just kind of, I wanted that approach converted to games.
I'm really lucky because the Cult of the Lamb team, they like my music that I already was making, and they were like, look, basically like do you, but make it cult, or make it sound like you could get killed around any corner, or make it sound like, you know, yeah, you're kind of fighting for your life. So that I'm taking all those like kind of elements and influences, and then I'm just kind of doing those on top of me. So it's got like big beats and really big bass lines.
So it's tricky on Cult of the Lamb because, yeah, we do have these two sides of the game with like the safety of the base, but then on the other is this like dark, dangerous like dungeon the player needs to experience.
To capture this kind of cute, whimsical feel, I'm using a lot of marimbas and kind of short, kind of little instruments, I guess you'd call them, like, yeah, marimbas and mallets and things like that. But then to capture this kind of dark occult feeling, I'm using a lot of vocals. There's this one boss, and it's this cute animal has been turned into this terrible tentacle boss. I'm using this vocal line, and I'm using this Formant filter on it, which is like a digital throat length, and I'm able to like manipulate this vocal and make it sound kind of really freaky and mutant. And it's just cool because I feel like I'm capturing what's happening on the screen. It's almost like the follower is making that sound.
The soundtrack does sound very, very good so far.
And the team at Massive Monster will send me through a few references and kind of tell me about what the area is. And then I'm essentially just trying to
Look
capture
at
that
how
energy.
good it looks. Just the art of this whole area. It's so vibrant and bright and just really well done. Just so well done.
And then I'm essentially just trying to capture that energy. I'm trying to use the palette of the game that I've built over, you know, the last few years of working on it. And every time I like make an instrument that I think is working quite well, you know, I save that into a folder, which is where all my sounds of the game are. Almost at the end of every brief, yeah, the team's like, yeah, but you know, just do you. Yeah, so it's kind of like,
Yeah, we're like, oh, we think this might be cool, but also just do whatever you want. As long as it's like hitting the kind of minimum thing it does to like communicate what the track is or what's happening, then usually that's all good.
Your headspace has got to be really like, you know, I'm quite new to this, and so I'm totally fine if something's not working. I'm totally fine if something, you know, I'm quite new.
Looks like that's the chest design. Looks sick. Love to see it. I'm interested to see what kind of stuff you get in chests, because I don't know how much loot the dungeon crawling is going to, like loot based, the dungeon crawling is going to be. I have seen, if you pay close enough attention during this trailer, at one point the lamb is using a sword, at one point the lamb is using an axe, and he also has some sort of ranged weapon. So I don't know if there's a ton of different variants of weapons, or if it's just a very base set of weapons, and but maybe you just get some other things from the chests. But either way, you know, interesting. We don't get to see what comes out of the chest, but it'll be interesting to find out as we get closer to the release date, which we still don't know yet. But let's continue.
New to this, and so I'm totally fine if something's not working. I've never been like, no, I think this really is working, or, you know, I'm totally happy to take it back to the drawing board and try something different. Yeah, if someone says something, even if you don't necessarily agree with that one sentence or whatever it is, there's something that's not working right. And I feel like that's my job to kind of figure out what that is and fix that. You've got to know like quite a few ways to give something more energy. I feel like that's the most common feedback I get is like, oh, it needs to have more energy. So you've got to have a lot of tricks up your sleeve for more energy.
So yeah, you can check out Cult of the Lamb at cultofthelamb.com and give us a wish list. You know, it'll be coming out next year, consoles and desktops.
Yeah, so you can find me on Spotify or on YouTube or on iTunes under the name Riverboy. Instagram, Twitter, I'm on all the places. Yeah, and look forward to Cult of the Lamb in 2022.
Once again, just so excited for this game to come out. And wait, what the? Oh, that was right. I can't wait for it. I can't. Like I said, just a lot of really good things to see in there. A little bit of extended look at gameplay, which you know, the trailer of the game is out, but you don't get to see a ton of gameplay. So being able to see a little bit more here and seeing chests drop and seeing a little bit more of the base building, all that type of stuff is really nice. And obviously getting a little bit of insight into the soundtrack development from the musical producer and creative directors is pretty cool as well. So I'm just very excited for this game to come out. I can't wait. Most anticipated game of the year. You bet your ass we're going to have a ton of content on it. So get ready for that. If you're excited for Cult of the Lamb, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think of the game down below, or how you think it looks. And yeah, I'm very excited and can't wait. And I will be keeping you up to date on all things Cult of the Lamb up until the release and through the release. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me know what you think down below. I love each and every one of your faces, and I will catch you all in the next video.